Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another San Francisco 49ers video for you guys. I just saw a comment that in 1994, the San Francisco 49ers lost to the Chiefs 48-23. They then went on to win 13 in a row plus the Super Bowl. Sounds a lot like destiny to me. This Niners team is absolutely loaded. They have not lost in over 2 months. Last loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, and they are really gaining stride. They are really looking good, and we'll discuss it all in today's video. But I want to get it started with a Nick Bosa statistic. Not only is Nick Bosa getting sack after sack after sack, he's also closing games beautifully. He is a league-leading 6 sacks in the fourth quarter. 2 of those have been forced fumbles that the Niners have recovered. 1 of those was for a touchdown, and 5 have come in 1 or 2 possession games. So these guys are making plays. And that's the best way to describe this Niners team, is they have playmakers on both sides of the ball. We're going to talk about all of it here in tonight's video. If you guys enjoy it and you want more Niners content, you've come to the right place. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. Niners fans, you guys are so enthusiastic, so optimistic about your team. I absolutely love it, and it is with great reason. If we could get this video to 1,000 likes, that would absolutely make my night. Appreciate you guys so much. Let's get into today's video. So it's not just the defense, it's not just the offense, it's not just the coaching. It's actually all of those combined, to be honest with you. But they've won 8 straight, and they're picking their stride at a beautiful time. And I know that kind of sounds redundant. It's like, all right, they've won 8 straight. Like, yeah, they've been really good for several straight months. It goes a little bit deeper than that, all right? They're beating good defenses. Brock Purdy is making plays. He is making throws. Keep in mind, the last 3 opponents, Washington, Seattle, Tampa Bay, all 3 of those teams have really impressive defenses. And what I loved in this last game was Brock Purdy, because the run game wasn't working. CMC was only averaging like 3.3, 3.4 yards per carry. Brock Purdy won them that game. They scored 37 points, and they left some points on the table. So it's not just the defense, but the defense is ranked number 1. The offense is right there with them, ranked 8th in the league. But guys, the year is 2022. It's about to be 2023. Their defense is giving up 15.3 points per game. That is an unreal statistic in itself. Some notable numbers from the 49ers' current 8-game win streak and the NFL rank in that time. The Niners have a plus 133-point margin. That is by far first in the league. Second is Dallas at 101. It's a 31-point difference from first and second. They are plus 11 in the turnover margin, first in the league. 56.76 offensive EPA, 5th in the league. 68.97 defensive EPA, first in the league. They're also getting it done on the special team side. But man, Brock Purdy is really impressing me. Over the last 4 weeks, he has a 67.8 QBR, which is good for 5th in the league. He has a 68.9% completion rate, good for 8th in the league. 846 passing yards, 7.9 yards per attempt. 8 passing touchdowns, tied for 6th in the league. He has 110 passer rating, good for 1st in the league. And 20.03 pass play EPA, good for 8th in the league. So Brock Purdy is doing more than enough. And with the weapons around him, they have more than enough. I don't care who's the quarterback. Trey Lance, Jimmy G, Brock Purdy. This team is talented. But I do think one of the things I wanted to mention was, I was reading an article, and it was talk about, San Francisco is good, and it just goes to show you if you have a good system in place, any quarterback can succeed. And I felt like that was so disrespectful to Brock Purdy. Jimmy G's having a career year, or he was having a career year. 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 103 rating. I get the system with San Francisco is perfect, just the closest thing to perfect. But at the same time, I don't want to take anything away from Brock. I don't want to take anything away from Jimmy, because these guys are making plays. They're making the throws. Brock Purdy has done a phenomenal job. That Miami game, you're getting thrown into a game. It's not a technical start. But it's like, oh, shoot, all right, I got to come into these games. The whole game, I'm hearing the announcer say, could you imagine how nervous Brock Purdy is? Trust me, Brock Purdy, 4-year starter at Iowa State. I guarantee you, instead of shaking, I guarantee you he was licking his chops. Let's go. opportunity has arisen. Let's take advantage of it. And when we even flash back all the way to the last Niners loss, that was CMC's first game. It was his first game. So this offense wasn't even firing on all cylinders at that point. That was 2 months ago. That was like middle of the season. So yeah, they're beating playoff capable teams. Last 4 wins, Washington, Seattle, Tampa Bay, Miami. They were all very impressive wins. I never at any point watching them start to finish felt like the San Francisco 49ers were about to lose that game. And offensively, it's not just CMC. CMC was a huge addition for this squad. I also think Jordan Mason's a stud. I want to see him get more involved a lot more. Elijah Mitchell will be coming back. Deebo Samuel will be coming back. George Kittle is being utilized so well right now. He reached 19.02 miles per hour on his second touchdown catch this past weekend against Washington. It was the fastest recorded time for a tight end last week. And it was his personal fastest this season and 9th fastest at the position this year. George Kittle, he is an absolute beast, but he's being utilized perfectly right now. San Francisco, they've actually gone unbeaten within their division 3 times. 1997, 1992, and 1984. And if they take down Arizona in the last week of the season, 2 weeks from now, they'd finish 6-0 in the NFC West. So when we look at this defense, even if Brock Purdy were to struggle, I was listening to the Herd earlier today, and he was saying, can Brock Purdy win in Philadelphia, to get to the Super Bowl? I don't know about that, but he can get you there. I beg to differ. And a large portion is just kind of the last 4 games I've seen of Brock Purdy. He looks so poised. He looks like he's been in the league for several seasons. But it's also the defense, man. The defense is so freaking good. Dre Greenlaw, he's so underrated across the league. San Francisco, here's the thing with their defense. They have so many good players. They have so many big names that a lot of these guys just get kind of swept under the rug. Dre Greenlaw, 118 tackles on the year. 2 forced fumbles. Fred Warner, 111 tackles on the season. Hufanga, the safety, the young gun, he has 4 interceptions on the year. Gibson, 2 picks on the year. Jimmy Ward, 3 picks on the year. Charvarius Ward has been a superstar stud. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So regardless of how Brock Purdy's playing, which I have no reason to be concerned right now because he's gone into opposing stadiums. He's come home. Like, winning in Seattle is very difficult. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how talented you are, what Seattle's record is. Winning in Seattle, I might have to tell Niners fans this, it's very difficult. It's a tough place to play. He looked so composed in all 4 of his games and all 3 of his starts that I'm perfectly sold on the Brock Purdy train. Perfectly sold. Kyle Shanahan also, a lot of respect to him. He's a genius. That's it for today. If you guys enjoyed it, you want more Niners content, let me know. Drop a comment on this Niners team. Hit that sub button. Hit that like button. And I'll catch you guys later.